you know, a lot of players after leaving a team think about the role swap, or at least they want to expand their horizons.
Maybe, yeah.
He's maybe been practicing the pos 4 a bit. So it should be the Seb position 3 Elder Titan. Do you match him up with the Io or the Treant, though? That's kind of my big question here. Where does No-Tail go? Where do the two supports go?
If it's Treant Protector with him, I still feel he's gonna have much rougher time. But you want to block the side camp, the big one, so that they can't get the pulls off, and like if they push the lane, then you have a longer lane to work with, something that Elder Titan likes to have, so that he has more kill potential.
Prepare for battle.
Well, away we go. Good luck, dropped in the chat. Seb loves that meow. All chat wheel. And a smoke from Navi to come out to kick things off as well here in game 1 of this best of 3. It is still the upper bracket. The winner of this heads into the grand finals. As always, want to fly Venge with Iceberg Lesh. Look at Iceberg, a little bit of dancing there, start aesthetic. General on the Slardar, V-Tune on that Drow, and Roger the Lina.
And talking about that long lane that ET wants to have, like, they're putting him bottom.
Very interesting.
Also, why does Elder Titan portrait looks like Earthshaker Arcana?
He really does, doesn't he? Yeah, like the braided beard, that little bit of a helmet on him. Interesting. Yeah, so we've got the Seb ET, tops in mid Mirana. And Phantom Lancer top for RTW with a No-Tail IO currently. And KHEZU Treant starts off with an Orb of Venom. Is it possible for OG just to tri-lane? Like, they're two healing supports. You kind of want to spread them across the map, don't you?
I don't think you can leave Elder Titan alone, especially if they want to put him on top. So he was just scouting on the bottom lane. Maybe we'll see some lane swaps, but you cannot leave him alone against Vengeful Spirit and Drow. He will get no farm.
And that smoke does allow Navi to get out a good couple of early observer wards. One which can spot couriers and the pulls that No-Tail will be trying to accomplish. And one of the other ones watching for maybe that bottom rune spot and the transition from any of these heroes that want to roam in to collapse on those runes early on. Big fan of this bottom lane though from Navi. Slardar Lina, double stun, long range harassment. Io with pretty limited HP and armor. Might struggle a little bit, and that's why he's bought a Ring of Protection early on, No-Tail. He knows the Lina's just going to be clicking him, stunning him, and whacking into that poor little ball all game long.
And look at General's build, because he has another stun to pair up in the lane. He starts with Slither and Crush instead. Like, if Io gets caught out of position, double stun, they might drop him low, maybe even kill him.
That's very true. Well, No-Tail brings out observers, sentries, plenty of regen in his inventory as well. It looks like things going to be a little chill down there for a while. In the mid lane currently, it's 2-0 for the Mirana. Leshrac does land a nice stun on Thompson, getting some chip damage onto him though. And KHEZU loses Courier up top. But he's dragged the wave across, so KHEZU's going to be able to reset that lane equilibrium for Seb to gather up all that lovely experience.
It's something that most position 4 players are doing it lately, where you're not pulling it between tier 1 and tier 2 towers, denying XP, stealing XP, whatever you want to call it, from your offlane, borrowing. Okay, that's a precise word.
Never going to give it back though. Once it's his, it's his. Nice little sentry there from KHEZU though, unlocks the large camp. And actually playing aggressively with that Orb of Venom, and a big punch from Seb. It's only a couple more and always want to fly. Needed the body blocks from V-Tune to get to the safety of the tower. That camp's super important for the ET though, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. Like, you want to get that extra damage from the creeps, and Treant Protector, nice positioning. They know he's there, but Vengeful Spirit has Aura level 1. So can't do really much. Maybe always want to fly, you know. If I die, I can still do things type of a build.
He's getting the punches from KHEZU though. Oh, that's some real nasty stuff. Are you a fan of Aura level 1? I quite like the wave of terror.
Not really. Yeah, like, you're not doing anything. It's not that much. 4 extra damage and 50 attack range. So, like, compared to AoE -3 armor. Oh, Seb.
Does he die?
Nah, he needs to stop. But there's the stun.
And No-Tail dies down bottom. Aggression on both side lanes. And No-Tail getting out of position against that double stun, and the level 2 bash from General. KHEZU's going to stack up that camp now up at top for them. But yeah, it's the fact that Always Want to Fly, you know, he has a mana pool, and for the first level, just not using any of it.
Yeah, you don't get anything out of your mana pool. That's my concern.
Man, it's ET from Seb, top of the CS board, just whacking creeps. Yeah, there's the chat wheel. He knows he's having a grand old time in the top lane. V-Tune at 10 and 3, not necessarily struggling, but you're giving a lot away to this OG dual lane. And the constant nature's grasps here. Seb's trying to move forward. As soon as they get boots on this ET, it is danger zone for Navi.
Yeah, especially since he got level 3 and has 1 point in aura. Boots coming on the courier, and I love KHEZU's build. Like, he doesn't put a point in Leech Seed, instead gets the living armor. No Tail drops on the bottom once again, so this double stun lane, there's no counterplay to that. If he gets caught, he's straight up dead.
Yeah, I mean, this Lina with that attack range is pretty insane.
Yeah, your safe laner can help you. Like, what are you gonna do? Use a Spirit Lance? I don't think they care too much about it. There's the stun.
And a crush.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bash is coming. That's good damage, but he will doppelganger away. But you can see the potency of this dual lane from Navi. Really laying it on thick as OG do start to worry about it. And then peeking in towards mid lane. Yeah, look at Iceberg. Cheeky little invis rune trying to go all the way behind the tier 2.
Iceberg's still saving a point. Usually you get 1 point in Edict on 5, so you can put some pressure on the tower. Arrow will not get him.
And bottom lane again, they're just launching stuns towards RTW. No Tails there with a tether, but with no salve down here, the Phantom Lance is in a spot of bother. Bounty runes are coming in a second as well. And we have seen Roger land a number of these two-man stuns which just open things up for generals so nicely. No Tail's positioning has to be absolutely perfect. Looks like Shrek will be able to grab the secondary bounty rune down bottom. Refill his bottle up while Thompson, yeah, they're even scanning for it and make sure that he can refill his. Who got the second one up top? KHEZU managed to gather it up.
The prize is mine.
Now this bottom lane's not going well. Slardar's having a complete free farm LSA from Lina. Another bash.
Has been killed.
No further crushes, and they lose the courier as well. Man, Lina with 670 attack range is just this mobile artillery, right-clicking into people.
Yeah, for some reason she's a budget sniper. I don't know why, but Lina in this patch feels very powerful. Like, people try to flex her, players at 5, you know, play her as a mid laner, but still the best role feels like position 4.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of like the Blightstone level 1 laners as well, just really an oppressive force in the lane. Going on to No Tail again, General just forcing them back away from the creep wave. Lina not really nearby enough, but they could be ready for round 2. You know, General's putting Io within kill threshold, so they can go in like this. Bash into Crush. Roger's not in position though. A little bit slow on his movement, so No Tail will be all right.
Dobson wants to make a move. He is level 6 with the haste rune. Either he pops it and runs, or just TP rotation. So something they can do is try to bait on the bottom lane. Like, I don't think you can get a kill on Slardar because he's a bit too tanky. 1.2k HP, but you might get a kill on Roger.
Bit of damage onto the Treant. Drow Ranger has to fall back though. Multi-shot comes. KHEZU drops. Good setup by Always Want to Fly there, as Seb was unable to stick on the targets due to the double range lane the Navi have up there. While down bottom, No Tail tethers away. Roger's looking for the Light Strike array. General moves in towards the Phantom Lancer instead, changing their targets, and it's so much real, consistent damage here from Navi that OG just can't withstand it.
Dobson still lurking around the mid lane, arrow on cooldown. Leshrank just TP's out.
Yeah, smart move by Iceberg, back into the fountain. And that's the hinge rune.
If I want to play like more greedy, I'll probably get killed. I cannot wait another 30 seconds to refill my bottle. But the bottom lane is doing extremely well for Navi, so Slardar, once he gets that level 6, Phantom Lancer can doppelgang that, but you also need to be very careful about it. It's a 25-second cooldown spell, so if you just pop it straight away, they might, you know, see that as a sign to try to go on you.
Absolutely. Every time I look up at top, there's Drow Ranger putting frost arrows onto Seb. Like, Seb very often has like plus 125 damage or something, but he can't actually close the gap onto Drow. Gets stunned, gets slowed, so we can't apply that damage anywhere apart from onto creeps. Iceberg with a quick little sentry observer ward in the mid lane. Good spread of vision here from Navi as well, all the way across the map. Well, Roger tries on No Tail, but gets turned on. Yeah, like you asked, what are you going to do? You're going to Phantom Lance me, and then, as Seb does drop up top, Drow Ranger and Venge making them pay for it. Nice strike array from Roger, dodged by LTW.
KHEZU also going to
KHEZU
drop.
trapped up top as well.
Much damage.
Oh, this Drow right click with always want to fly nearby, but KHEZU gets into the trees. Healing with a tango, he is barely going to survive. Arrow from that Mirana not catching anyone. And look at Roger. He's waiting here, sees the PL, good doppelganger. ILTW is out of danger again, but it is non-stop pressure from Navi.
And Navi's doing a really good job just realizing where Phantom Lancer is going to move, because he can't really lane at the bottom anymore, considering how far ahead Slardar is, so he just goes to the jungle, and even if there are like big stacks for Phantom Lancer, they can invade it and kill it with Leshrac.
Do you think Thompson's going to buy E-Blade this game? Because
99%.
we remember the old Magic build.
You know, it's eventually. I don't think you can rush E-Blade on Mirana, but it's Thompson, so anything can happen. Can't do big stuff with him.
He just doesn't seem afraid of anything. Good Light Striker into Split Earth, and KHEZU's Treant is down. Mirana has arrived with the Starstorm there, and the Phantom Lancer's fighting. 10 minutes in, and they find the Leshrac. A good little stomp arriving. Takes down the Lina. That Fairy Fire doesn't buy her enough HP. And OG, 5 heroes in the mid lane to defend their mid-tier 1.
Well, you said they're not afraid of anything. You mean you might not be afraid of anything, but
you should be.
Gonna die there. Yeah, you should be, because you just gave away 2 big kills. Wards getting pinged out. Seb knows like they can't see me there behind that tree, so that's gonna get deported. No Tail with the sentry already coming to try to de-ward it, but
they're defending it.
Navi, you know, having a vision, trying to defend that ward.
I wonder if we'll actually...
Arrow on Iceberg. Ooh, close one.
Very near. Yeah, look back up to top as well. Venge is literally standing under the ward, waiting, trying to defend it. Try and deny? Oh, I think he tried for it. Yeah, hits the Radiant Sentry.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Good little play from OG, both whacking into the Observer ward at the same time, though, with the ET and the IO. So now the lanes have kind of broken down, and OG have had to spread their heroes in kind of weird and wonderful places. You know, Phantom Lancer 10 minutes in towards that triangle. KHEZU, we know how well Treant could do defending that bottom tier 1 as the Radiant.
Yeah, but he's not against Leshrac. Like, Leshrac is type of a hero that says, I'll go in, I'll kill that tower, this armor is not going to do that much, so they roll in with the siege creep, and here comes 4 points in Edict. This is a place where KHEZU would like to be for a very long time, but it just dies way too quickly.
Overgrowth with the relocate. Seb with a stomp. Leshrac gets caught up in it. Seb needs to get a couple of punches in here, and Iceberg pops the one, but it's not enough, is it? General sprinting back, and even KHEZU survived through that. Always want to fly looking for the wave of terror, but the Treant has hidden himself for long enough. But still, that tier 1 falls, and it is map opening up for Navi.
Iceberg turned off Pulse Nova, so at least he should have gotten a kill on Treant Protector before the stomp, so there was no damage coming out.
And it does all buy a bit of time here for the PL. Net worth-wise, middle of the table, while Drow Ranger, you know, she's gone back to the triangle because she wants to, not because she needs to. Stacked camps for her. She's already cleared through a vast portion of this large camp, and Ancients are built up for her. And Drow's going to be accelerating so fast.
Yeah, Royal Jelly, something that you like want to have on this type of a hero, where you get extra HP, extra mana regen, so you can farm Ancients, you can spam that multi-shot more often, and always want to fly. Already like level 6.5, 3 points in Venge Aura. We see a bit of a different build, like when Kuroki's playing Vengeful Spirit, he tends to like get more points in Magic Missile and Wave of Terror than at the later stages of the game just max out Aura.
Yeah, he kind of likes the 2-2-2 build on Kuro, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Now, Vichu, and the fact he's also got Iron Talon on top of the Royal Jelly you're mentioning means he can pummel these creeps
Dire's
very
top
quickly.
tower is under attack.
Smoke maneuver here from Navi, a 13-minute blink on General with a level 7 Lina means that every target on the map is available to them. Quick flick stun, catching the ET, throw the Laguna Blade in there. Seb will try to run away, but it's never going to work out. That corrosive haze makes him drop incredibly fast.
OG is in a tough situation right now because the only hero that can make a play is pretty much Mirana, or if they want to use Moonlight Shadow to try and make stuff happen as a team. Phantom Lancer does not want to join fights until he gets his Diffusal Blade. He also find the Iron Talon, so that's going to help him out get the Diffusal Blade a bit faster.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucas. How can you mention Mirana and not talk about the item he's bought?
I just saw it. I was about to mention it. Like, he is going E-Blade, whether you believe it or not. It's just the item build. No matter which hero he's playing, he's going for it.
Sure is. Gets the Ghost Scepter. A bit slower than we've seen him on other heroes. He has gone treads, double Wraith Band, one. There's a relocate coming in mid. Arrow flies but misses everybody. Now Iceberg, that cyclone up into the air, catching the Light Strike Array and the Split Earth means Io tethers back and actually dies to the final arrow of Drow, while KHEZU shredded here by Always Want to Fly and B2 with a double kill. Thompson still in there. Does take down Iceberg, but the trade isn't worthwhile. It feels like Navi can still keep going in for more. Seb's being found by General. The slows from the arrows, the bashes from the Slardar is enough for Navi to swipe through 4 of OG's heroes.
Yeah, this is the difference. They bring Drow Ranger into a fight because right now she's so farmed that can easily, join and doesn't need to care too much about their heroes because no one can really close the gap on the Drow Ranger right now while Phantom Lancer is still farming. So 4 versus 5 fight. I think OG is kind of happy how this went because they got 2 kills. They once again killed Leshrac. This is his 3rd death.
And it looks like he's wandering around looking for the Phantom Lancer. They've got a good feeling he's up there. That Dire Observer Ward must have spotted him for a second. RTW does TP out from the Dire Triangle. Back to his own one. Safe back home.
For the hunt. Radiant's top tower.
And Phantom Lancer, definitely one of these very timing-based heroes. Diffusal Blade is coming, so RTW probably starts to feel a little stronger. Still has a Wraith Band queued up 15 minutes into the game, but I doubt that's ever going to come out. He's already got 2. Thompson going to be shoving out top lane. General's in there. Good leap away means that Crush won't be landing. Always Want to Fly, just throws a wave of terror. And they've brought the Drow Ranger back up here again.
Diffusal Blade reveal.
And there they go onto the Vengeful Spirit. RTW looking for easy pickings, and that multi-shot from Drow slowing them down. All going to fly. Get away from here. The Earth Splitter dodged down by the Hurricane Pike and the 3-man Crush. General straight onto No Tail. Good damage, burst him down. General stuck now, though, as Leshrac focuses on the center of the they do remove him from the game. They've brought General down, but yeah, OG, they've got to sprint away from this. Doppelganger from the Phantom Lancer trying to bait with illusions. Can they find the real one? It looks like they can, absolutely. And a double kill for Iceberg will be the prize they gain. Double Thompson.
Scepter.
Moonlight Shadow.
Whoa.
They've got the dust and the Pulse Nova's coming. Split Earth. Iceberg toying with it.
Yeah, if somehow they manage to kill the Drow Ranger, because she pretty much deals the most damage right now, especially when someone is amped up by Slardar. And Leshrac still, up there on top of net worth with the Drow Ranger, but a bit squishy, and if Vengeful Spirit does not use Swamp on you, you can die. Well, I still don't see an item on Leshrac, whether it's gonna be like Boots of Travel, but I would still prefer if he gets a Bloodstone, because you just need to tank up, and mostly you're gonna be fighting with the team, and if you get Boots of Travel, you might, ruin your own game, because you want to be on different places on the map, and they might set things up on you with the relocated place. Just Treant Protector from the trees, ulti and relocate, and you're dead. So I kind of like the Bloodstone way more.
Yeah, like combo Overgrowth with the Meteor Hammer that Seb has as well. As it looks like KHEZU's going to go for that Blink Dagger, so looking for that team fight initiation, which OG are severely lacking right now. He'll get that top lane to farm through to it, but coming towards the top lane also is the full cavalry. Navi smoked up. They know Treant's around. They're also hunting in the triangle for where the Phantom Lancer is. They know they're coming. And then PL shows down bottom lane, so Navi just going to come here for the tier 1. And this is going to secure them that Roshan area, which is going to be absolutely huge with corrosive haze and the physical damage they've got.
Yeah, I mean, also the combination of Lashrak's edict with the corrosive haze is pretty insane. Like, they get 1 or 2 kills, they can easily transition that into Roche. Thompson still getting chased. General needs to be careful.
He steals the illusion rune out of Thompson's nose, so no bottle refill. And now, what, halfway towards the Eagle song, so getting closer to that E-Blade, but it's a pretty slow one by his standards.
Top tower is under attack.
Also, they don't have much damage on their side that is magical, you know. Even if he uses it on someone, like, what's the follow-up?
I guess Earth Splitter, like you E-Blade Earth Splitter someone and hope they die. But keeping them locked down inside the Earth Split is always going to be a problem.
Yeah, because they have a Force Stab, they have Yule Scepters, swap. They don't even, you know, go for the kills. They see the opportunity. We're just going to get into the Roche pit. Oh, this is a good item for Lashrak if he wants to keep it. But yeah, he also has a Vambrace, so might actually leave that one.
Yeah, might just do that. PL and IO still sticking around bottom lane, trying to gather up whatever farm they can. LTW, he is getting towards Manta Style.
General, is he gonna find KHEZU? Oh, he's so close.
Dire structures are fortified.
Found a little spot in the trees that can't be found.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant glyphing that creep wave for bottom lane as well. Want to try and take the tier 2. There's no dire glyph here, so they need TPs to defend it. First one's going to be the V-Tune Drow. OG Moonlight Shadow, and might try and make a move somewhere on that northern part of the map. Now they've separated Navi to split the lanes a bit. But the vision OG has is pretty lacking. One lane ward up top. All these sentries in their own triangle have cleared out any vision they had in that area.
Oh, KHEZU.
Oh, he's been found, hasn't he? Double stuns, demolished. KHEZU, he's bought up his Blink Dagger, though, I believe. Spent all of his money.
Take that.
Yeah, he's got Blink on Courier. Philosopher's Stone helping him get to that point.
I think they want to wait until Phantom Lancer gets his Manta Style, so they have a way of dispelling things on him, like the Silence, Draw Ranger, she's in, but
No Tail with a tether, the relocate, he's out of there. Well played by No Tail. He's going to return in the middle of the pond. The waterfall flowing down on him. Always want to fly. Yeah, they're pinging out saying, wait, guys, there's an IO coming back. Let's kill him.
Yeah, and IO does not want to use that Dome of Knowledge, so they get more XP, more gold. You know, it's all about the little things in Dota.
How long is it going to be for the PL to get to that item, though? He's got the recipe arriving now, so 600 gold. Should only be, you know, a minute and a half or something, as long as he gets an area to farm into. Thompson's jumped on, though, through the E-Blade in towards Iceberg, and then leaps away from General's initiation. This is where the map gets really closed in for OG. The claustrophobia starts kicking in.
Yeah, but Phantom Lancer's still finding out good farm on the map, keeping up with at least Lashrak, not the Draw Ranger, because she had an extremely good time. 0 deaths, 6 kills on her, just delaying as much as they can with this Treant Protector. The game yesterday, when we saw the same matchup, like Draw Ranger went for the same items, Manta Style, Hurricane Pike, and then went for a Butterfly. This might be the case here, but you also might start thinking about the Aghanim Scepter against the PL and the Illusions.
Thompson's outplaying General right now, and it looks like they're going to get themselves a kill. Alleviating that pressure in their own triangle. They've also found Roger. Great play from Seb, and they're blowing her up. Threw a Laguna Blade into that ET, but nowhere near enough. Thompson with his E-Blade, you know, he gets it and immediately starts making plays.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
2 pretty big kills there, and now OG, they can actually start warding, dewarding, getting out onto that map. And Phantom Lancer gets to push the top tier 2 now.
Is under attack. Dire's middle tower has
It's
fallen.
like still Phantom Lancer against the Draw Ranger, so like carry to carry matchup. If we're talking about late game post the 35-40 minute mark, like Phantom Lancer should have an upper hand. But then there's this hero Lashrak that kind of nullifies all that advantage that you have.
Yeah, it's a Lesh that's going to have a Bloodstone in a very short amount of time indeed. Just needs to finish off the Kaya. V-Tune coming up next. Butterfly for him. Holding the Aegis for another minute or so. Navi did get a good amount of map control, but you start looking at the net worth difference, and it hasn't increased. You know, usually with this Drow lineup, you get the Aegis and you start getting, you know, a 3 or 4k lead or advantage after you get it. OG have held on to that, and it stayed at 4k, not accelerated for Navi.
Yeah, OG is doing a very good job, just, you know, not losing too many towers, considering the situation they're in. Like, they're playing against the Aegis Drow, who's super farmed, and you can see, like, the gold difference between the carries is getting smaller. Phantom Lancer's catching up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Pretty
attack.
minimal. But you're always going to have this worry of Navi grouping up as 5 and playing the brute force game into your objectives. Another tier 2 to come crumbling down in that bottom lane.
Radiant's
While the
bottom
gank squad
tower
of
has
General
fallen.
and Roger
Dire's
might be
top
considering,
tower is under attack.
you know, another smoke move. Try and find one of these heroes out there. But it's become infinitely more possible to kill this Mirana now, who is your big go-to target. Phantom Lance with the IO always with him is very difficult to bring down, especially with that Manta style ready on RLTW.
OG's playing passive for now, because they have great ways to counter-initiate. They have Moonlight Shadow, if needed, Trin Protector with a Blink Dagger and Overgrowth, like one of the best heroes in the game, ET with the Stomp, relocate out. So, you know, even though it's a 5k gold lead for Navi, OG still, you know, you can't really feel that much of a difference. Their game plan is to get this Phantom Lancer fat and keep farming. So, you know, just tank him up so the illusions have more HP against the Leshrac.
Hell yeah, you've got Vlad's on this ET, he's playing Lotus Orb. Oh, top lane, it is General and Roger again, trying to get on top of Tops and Mirana, using all of the leap charges. Gets a bit of distance from them, but look at who's wrapping around. It's Iceberg's Lash is down bottom lane. RLTW finds always going to fly back up the top. They're finding the Mirana, stunning her up, and Thompson dead.
And that's an easy Bloodstone charge for Iceberg. Also about to hit level 18. So 200 damage per pulse.
Navi able to get towards this IOPL. No-Tail dewarding. General, he's going to be able to blink and stun both of them, in fact. Bashing up No-Tail. Down he goes. The IO removed, but this Phantom Lancer, look at him go. Onto V-Tune, turn around with the Gust. The Stomp is there. Only catching General, but it's still a good Earth Splitter. There's always one flare TP. Swaps out V-Tune, but they've got the takedown. RLTW just gets slaughtered. As Navi bring the numbers.
Can he TP out?
home the Yules from Iceberg just in time. And now they found him. Oh, well, they more than found him. Removed him.
I think they want to go for high ground. Like, V-Tune is a bit low on HP and mana, but with Leshrac,
Radiant's
like,
middle
they
tower
should
is under attack.
have enough damage to bring down the tower, even with the Treant Protector's heal.
Structures are fortified.
Moonlight Shadow. Nice bit of safety for OG as they try and defend this tier 3 and the high ground. Buyback.
Buyback, like, you need to kill this tower now. Like, fully commit, maybe lose one hero, because, you know, Treant Protector will heal it up. Arrow. Almost hit him.
Very nearly, but they do lose that tier 3, like you said. Navi commit for it, and they actually don't lose anybody. Fast
There's also a
spawn on
buyback
Roche.
from Seb. That's pretty big. That's your offlane ET.
And it was Moonlight Shadow used when you're in your base, so you're not able to make any forward plays. Because it would be great to have Moonlight Shadow now to, you know, push this mid wave, go and play aggressively somewhere. They do see the Drow Ranger top, that very deep Observer Ward from OG behind that bottom tier 2. Saw Drow move down south. I think they saw also the Leshrac. And they're smoking across to that right-hand side of the map. RLTW just showing in the mid lane while No-Tail continues tethering him up. And Roche.
No-Tail really struggling this game.
Yeah, it's real hard.
Needs, even with Philosopher's Stone, needs 1,000 gold to finish off the mech.
I think KHEZU was holding that for the longest time, so hands it over to No-Tail to try and catch up.
KHEZU doesn't even
1 minute
have a
10.
neutral item.
Or does he not? Must be something coming on Courier now.
Nope.
No? Wind
Wind
lace.
lace.
Interesting. What do they have
Keeping things
available?
balanced.
Poor man shield, broom handle. PMS isn't so bad. Tanking up against the Drow Ranger. Just a little bit.
There's some tier 3 items coming up shortly. Craggy coat. That's a good item. Like you might actually take it on your Venge because you don't die. Like look at her armor, 25. So against the PL and the illusions, you're gonna be more than fine. ILTW. Yeah, he got the real one.
Doppelganger. Can the IO save the PL? Because the rest of OG, they're not coming in. They put living armor on an illusion and they've baited them out. Navi is still giving chase. The Moonlight Shadow comes. Stun lands on No Tail. They've got Dust as well. So they see the IO and blast him. The Laguna Blade there and Roger secures the kill.
No Tail.
Smoking immediately.
Takes one for the team. It was a nice play where Trin Protector tries to fool them with the living armor on the illusion.
Dire's middle tower.
Radiant Scan catches a couple of Lesh illusions. Roshan has respawned, but the chase is on towards Thompson. Again, all of his leap charges
She's
used.
out of
The
reach.
clumsy net comes, and they've got
Reach.
Yules with the Split Earth coming, but the Stomp. Well stopped by Seb. Yules is also there from Lena. Nice man to dodge as well. The Overgrowth comes, and the Treant sets up for a nice team fight. OG outside their base, but VTune continues his streak beyond godlike and clears through too. KHEZU and ILTW as the dive comes in. Thompson's in an awful lot of trouble. He's blown up by VTune. It's a triple kill on Drow. 12-0. What a gorgeous game from VTune.
Ooh, this one's rough because Phantom Lancer does not have a buyback, and this is also a situation that you do not want to buy back. Seb's the one who already expended the buyback in the previous fight, so with the Lashrak's Edict, they should they should be able to get through this once the Edict is back up because there are no creeps. Let's go.
Drow Ranger slaughtering buildings. And there are the creeps coming. Full lane of barracks down. OG with no defense. And Navi now can just fall back into the pit because Roshan's been up for a good minute.
2 runes, arcane rune spawn near the Roche. Like this Roche goes down so quickly.
Doesn't feel like OG can get there anywhere near fast enough. You're right, it is very quick. Aegis for Drow now and Cheese on the Lesh. One thing to be said though is OG's high ground defense is pretty damn substantial with
It
ET,
is, but
with Treant, with...
Sure, but once they try to commit with Edict, the Drow Ranger hitting it, I think that's more than enough. And there's no like a real counterplay to once they are pushing the high ground. There's no back toss from Tiny, there's no skewer, so they're very limited in what they can do.
It really is like Blink, Overgrowth, put the ET spells in there and hope for the best. PL and IO, they're being eyed up. Once more, General and Roger holding hands, going for a waltz through the jungle. Beautiful day in the forest here as they catch him with the Yules. IO relocate, try and go for the play with a tether, and he gets him away. Up towards top, they're also trying to make a play here with Lesh and Venge. This is OG's chance to strike though. Overgrowth is in there, onto only one. Iceberg was invis, so doesn't actually get caught by it. They take down Always Wanna Fly and they'll track BKB to burn through that Seb ET. Actually turns to try and stun, but he's been bashed up. He's got Cheese, he's got Wand. Should be alright to keep on running. IO's relocated, yeah, back down to bottom, but the E-Blade arrow missing from Thompson, so the turnaround again from Iceberg means that OG actually can't fight. 3 versus 1. They're feeling like they're going to struggle against him. He does get stunned up, though, finally. With the All Scepter up, he'll bring down RTW. No, he doesn't. The living armor is enough as KHEZU's the only one to fall, but the blink initiation back in from General. Slaughter whacks the Marana down.
And on the bottom lane, you have Lena and Drow Ranger pushing in, so this, I mean, OG is not the team that's going to GG out early. This is gonna be second set of Raxes, but yeah, I like the idea where 2 heroes show on the bottom lane and they try to make stuff happen on top. Almost managed to kill the last Rag, but that arcane rune kind of, you know, saving him. And now he gets a plate mail to tank up a bit.
Let's TPing bottom. They thought they could go in and just kill off Roger. They've done so, but might be losing the Phantom Lancer in the exchange. The IO, the heal is not enough. They don't get him out of there, and Thompson's, he's brought back. That's a dieback from Thompson coming, or maybe it's not. V-Tune wants to focus different targets. Now he removes the Mirana, deletes Thompson from the game for a minute and a half. Phantom Lancer buys back as well, but OG are running out of options and fast.
Seb.
Oh man,
The slow is too much.
V-Tune is an absolute monster. Look at him go. Doppelganger away. RTW still going to get hit by the multi-shot. Tries to Phantom Rush back to the creep with his base, but General comes in and he's done for. Again, a core down for a minute and a half, and Navi just running through game one, 35-13 with a real spectacular game from V-Tune's Drow.
Yeah, V-Tune had an extremely good game, and even if like he gets got out of position, there's still a hero to back him up. There's this Yule Scepter, there's Swap, there's Glimmer Cape on Vengeful Spirit, very nicely executed by Navi.